Timestamp, it is October 19th, 2025, about 8:30. I'm going to walk Acorn. There we go. And possibly Tanner. We'll see if he comes when I unlock the box. So far he has been. And I just petted Janus. Tanner. Tanner. This is like the fourth or fifth time I've been able to pet Janus without any real incident. And not only was it without incident, the past two times that I've done it, he has leaned into my hand, which is incredibly encouraging. Like this time he actually put his weight on my hand when I was scratching his neck to where he almost fell over. That's pretty cool. May sound silly, but I'm actually kind of like almost a little emotionally high from that. Okay. So one of my big concerns was we were going to spend all that time and energy working on him, and then he was just going to have a like feral existence hiding in the garage, you know. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. That's pretty cool. It's been raining off and on during the evening. I actually laid down on the couch for like an hour, half napped, half watched some of Doctor Who Underworld. They're kind of doing a Tom Baker and Leela marathon today, which, if you know me, I'm all for that. But I noticed earlier today, Hand of Fear was on. Or no, not Hand of Fear, Face of Evil. Leg of Hunger. Finger of Silliness. One of them, you know. Acorn, what do you... Thank you. It's like around my feet. It's like, stop. But, no, Hand of Fear. That's, Baker, Sarah Jane. And I know that. Yeah, this is Face of Evil. And went from that into I think it was Horror Fang Rock. So I was kind of running around, not necessarily paying attention at that point. Oop, funny. Then Underworld and Image of the Fendal just came on. Of course, my favorite Baker and Leela is Robots of Death. I love that episode. Sunday night fireworks. Not really anywhere near the stadium. Sometimes at our other house at George. It's weird. I consider Leonardo mine. I consider it not mine. It's a weird contrast in my head. There are days that I'm like, this is my house, and there are days that I'm very much, this is my parents' house, you know. I know it will be mine, and I'm trying to make it mine to a degree just because I can't live in their shadow, but we've had this talk before. But, like sometimes when there's a Buccaneers game, we can hear fireworks at our place in Town and Country. We're not like right next to the stadium, but we're close enough to where, you know, if the wind is right, there's no way I should be hearing fireworks from there. I don't know what that's about. And if that isn't fireworks, we got big problems. Because that's not thunder. Looks like it's cleared up mostly. I got hit with a few drips, but you know, been working on my dad homework. Fried up all the chicken patties that I made. I had a couple sandwiches for lunch. Tiny had 3. And we still got probably 8 or 10 in a Tupperware in the fridge, so we can feed on that for a couple days, which is good. And I've got pretty much the rest of it all cubed out, either frozen or in the fridge, soaking in olive oil. I'm gonna fry that batch up and portion it so that my girl has like snack bag portions that she can use as instant protein deposits in meals that she makes. George is so tore up, she has a hard time cooking. The kitchen's kind of a wreck right now, so she said it'd be easier if I preheated, or pre-cooked stuff for her to work with. And I can comply. So working on that, doing eBay. Had a couple of good sales today. Bought a couple of things. I sold more than I bought though. But we're okay. Working on my dad homework to keep the lawyer happy. Hopefully she will communicate with me a little bit more than she has, and more expediently. That would be great. I was a nervous wreck last week. There's nothing quite like waiting 5 days to find out if basically you're in contempt of court. Because that's kind of the way it felt. Sitting back waiting for an email or phone call, that whole, am I in trouble? Am I in contempt? Is the judge gonna get angry with me? Is that gonna jeopardize my situation with Dad? I'm not sure exactly what they do at this point. From being guardian of his person, he's exactly where, frankly, 6 out of 6 doctors said he should be, so I don't know what else I can do there, Where were you, Tanner? Do you want to go out for a minute? Yeah? Okay. Oh. As far as making someone else guardian of his property, number one, I'm on the actual deed for this place because of the Ladybird addendum or whatever that was put in with the wills. So I'm allowed to be here. And good luck. Because one of the questions that comes up during the guardian thing is, are you more qualified? Is there someone else that should be in charge? Are you, you know? And as far as knowing the ins and outs of my parents' situation, I know what the real antiques are and what the fake antiques are, because again, my parents got hustled a lot. And I know because my mom told me these things. So, and I also know that anyone else would probably come in here and screw things up. They would probably screw things up. Just from a not... If they backed up a truck and took everything out, I would have great grievance with that, because I'm certain they would treat it all like trash when in fact there is treasure hidden. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't help. I got this. I would definitely have a problem with that if somebody did that. Not sure what's going on there. Just saying. So I did say that when, and this should be one of them, I hope. Otherwise, this is going to be awkward. Oh wow! That's my left leg going. What are you doing? Uh-oh, dog. There's a dog. Meow. Come on, Scrap. Tanner's still out there. Yeah. Oh, muddy paw prints. It's alright, I hadn't mugged you. Oh, I'm excited too. Gently. Thank you. Yeah, I get to keep them all. I get so excited. I know, it's the bacon, it's good, yum yum. So, this should be one of the Mars Cybotronics, I think, figures, or not figures, but actual packs of figures. Oh, okay, I see what you did. Just took one of these and, like, kind of modified and folded it. Sure. Yep. Remember I said these are the, like, Build-A-Mech kind of things. No Toy Surprise. So they come in a 3-pack. Or came in a 3-pack, because these are from not last month. Now I want to say they were like a Dollar General or some kind of like dollar store toy, not Dollar Tree, I know that, but one of the ones like Family Dollar, one of the ones that has like $5 and $10 items. But yeah, Mars, Cybotronics. Let's see that. Pew Pews is loose and flying around the kingdom. That's fine. So you can see, comes with the 3 figures. Everybody has some kind of gadget going on, Pew Pews and whatnot. And then there's like a rock base stand kind of thing going on too. And they all have this, all the 3 packs. See on the back, we've got a picture of the different ones that are out there. And there's more than just that, but all parts rotate 360 degrees. Collect the entire series. But these are pretty cool. These are pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not gonna, keep collecting, for the next 20 years. But I'm okay with the idea of having, 50 or 100 of these things. Just from whatever I want to do with them standpoint. I don't want to. I want to be able to say, oh man, I wish I had like 10 of the green ones, because I'm gonna have 10 of the green ones. For whatever I do. I don't know. But I'm grabbing them up right now. They're not too pricey. I think I paid $17 for this, like total with shipping and everything. So if you look around, you can usually keep it in between like 5 and 7 for one. You know what I mean? You can get a pack of 5 of them for like $30 or something like that. They're just pretty cool. The detailing on them is fun. They're pretty versatile. And from an old Battletech player like me, it's like, woo, I think they're cool. I've got another 3-pack, a different 3-pack on the way too that I picked up. This hasn't gotten here yet, but it will. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this one short. I've been washing plastic totes today too, because we keep emptying like plastic trays and lids and stuff, and some of them are kind of grimy and gross, so I've been dragging those into the shower in the master bathroom, master bedroom, and just hosing them off in there, spraying them down with some cleaner and letting the jet work, because some of them are kind of gross, and we'll probably wind up reusing them around here. We use plastic totes, every day. Still have a couple of garage sale things we need to sort better from we definitely didn't do a few things right on Saturday. That's okay. We learned a lot. That was one thing Tiny said too. We made, about $100. But boy, we learned a few things that we need to do for the next one. It was a good attitude. It was good to see. And definitely accurate. But we know what to do, and we've got some steps we can take to make it all go better. Going over my list. Honestly, I've been pretty much knocking everything off my list today, which is cool. Even with the 1-hour siesta, because that's what it was. I ate 2 chicken sandwiches, fried up the mushrooms, Swiss cheese, little mustard on that. And afterwards I went, I could take a nap. Oh. That's one thing about Mexican culture that I think they've got the right idea there, frankly. Eat a big meal, sit down, take a nap, something for an hour. But yeah, I still need to fry up the chicken cubes for my girl and finish up my dad homework. And because I knew I wasn't going to finish all the totes, there's 30, but I've done like 8 or 10 of them. So just keep one brick, And I've taken a couple trips to the burn barrel too. Not even going to try it now because I'm sure it's rather moist. But big old stacks. A couple of them were, I think I've done like 4 stacks. Like 2 of them were brochures and whatnot from companies that my mom invested in back in 2005, 2006, 2009. One of them was notes from when she went to school for nuclear medicine. You don't need your classroom notes. You've been retired for 15 years, you know. And one of them was printout after printout of emails and or diet recommendations for people that are overweight with diabetes. And this is a funny, not funny thing. I flipped through them, and, you know, good, smart advice in these. Printing out self-help things doesn't mean that you helped yourself. You actually have to apply them, you know. I can read all the books in the world about stopping smoking, but until I actually stop smoking, they're just books I've read. I haven't read any books on stopping smoking. There's a couple of YouTubers that I watch for motivation, but that's about it. Yeah, it's just funny, not funny, infuriating, you know. I know what I need to do, but I'm taking steps to do it. She knew what she needed to do and refused. It sucks. I can't change that. So, move forward, right? So, got some cool toys. That came in yesterday, but figured it would be easy enough just to do it today. It's Sunday, I'm not expecting any post. So, I'm going to sign off. Do some more dad homework, try and finish my 20 questions that I could have had on Tuesday. I had words with her on that. Anyway, health check. Feel better. Knowing, or at least thinking I know that I'm not in contempt of court, that is a pretty major stress relief. We did our first garage sale, so the anxiety of beginning is over because we've begun. You know, and sometimes you just got to do that first step, and it's having theater flashbacks. Because yes, I do get nervous before I go on stage, but it frequently melts away a second or two after my feet hit the stage. And I kind of feel like I'm at home at that point. That may sound weird, but yeah, backstage I'm jitters, I'm nervous, I'm crazy nervous, cold sweat sometimes, and then I take a step on stage and it's gone. So, true story. I miss doing theater. Anyway, make it a great day.